The theme of my remarks, Your Excellency, is simply the value of education. An investment in education is an investment in the future. May I say, therefore, that an investment in education is an investment in the mind, and it is ultimately an investment into our future.
Our university is very privileged in the sense that it has actually produced 2 presidents out of the 5 since independence. To our distinguished guests, friends of the University of Zambia and alumni who have joined us this evening, accept my sincere gratitude for your kind consideration and support to the journey we have embarked upon to transform the University of Zambia.
To achieve the ideal of a world-class university, the UNZA Alumni Relations and Advancement Operation has a clear focus on 3 areas: promoting infrastructure development, promoting research, and promoting scholarships. If we can strike a correct balance among these 3 aspects, we shall push the University of Zambia to world-class status.
When an American man or woman begins to speak, they start by cracking a joke or telling a story. When a British man or woman begins to speak, they start by commenting on the weather. When a Chinese man or woman begins to address an audience, they start with a proverb, something like a journey of 1,000 miles starts with 1 step. But when an African begins to speak, they start with an apology. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to apologize that we started late. Your Excellency, the indisputable truth remains that if our university has to rise to platinum standard, we must have the vision and commitment to invest in it. We know that our professors, researchers, and administrators are currently doing their best under very difficult circumstances. We know that there's a lot to be done to bring the learning environment of our university to 21st century standards. To this end, the nuts and bolts we need to achieve this are cutting-edge technologies, learning, teaching, and research techniques.
Your Excellency, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Minister of Higher Education and the University of Zambia to thank you most sincerely for taking time off your extremely busy schedule that I'm aware of to be with us, to be part of this great moment in the history of higher education in this country, where we galvanize all the people who have been saying, "Oh, my Yanganepo," for them to now start. For them now, for us to be saying, "Bantu bonse miyanganepo." So we are here to deal with very, very critical issues. One is our mindset change to the financing of institutions of higher learning. A lot of us in this room, Your Excellency, have traveled widely. And many of us, apart from attending university at the University of Zambia, have had opportunities to study elsewhere. And we know that university education is not financed 100% by government. People, the corporate world, the alumni, they all contribute to university education. In fact, In some countries, when you visit universities, you even find blocks named after names of those that are rich and they contribute to infrastructure, and those infrastructures are named after them. And we see a lot of people in this country who boast to be rich, but do not think that the best investment is education.
I'm also aware, ladies and gentlemen, that every year the university receives 15,000 applicants at school level. And from this number, I understand the maximum the university admits is about 5,000, representing approximately 51%. Apart from limited accommodation facilities, the university is also faced with inadequate teaching space and library infrastructure. I must also commend the government at this point of the United States of America for funding the construction of the new Population Studies Lecture Theatre in 2015, and also pay tribute to the People's Republic of China for the gift of the Confucius Institute building to the Zambian people. Fellow alumni, friends of the University of Zambia, I'm also aware that in 2016, the government of the Republic of Ireland constructed the Department of Food Science at the School of Agricultural Sciences. The Japanese government has been a great partner in the advancement of the University of Zambia too. And all of us who were there that time will recall the School of Veterinary Sciences is a testimony of the warm relations between Zambia and Japan. In addition to all this support, the people of the Republic of Germany have also partnered with us through the Christian Blind Mission to set up a special education learning center at the School of Education. Barclays Bank has also supported us with the construction of what today are referred to as the Levi Manawasa hostels. I hope we will have Edgar Chagwalumu hostel soon. So those of you doubt whether you were in the University of Zambia, come and see me tomorrow.
Including the social, economic, and cultural activities of Zambia and the country. The University of Zambia has its main campus at the Great Restored Campus, its medical school at the Greenwood Campus, its agricultural technology demonstration center at the Yemda Farm Sewers, and has land for development across the country. The University of Zambia is present in all the provinces of Zambia, supported by the Institute of Distance Education and the Department.
Something which is going to be very, very exciting. And as we get into that, allow me to welcome 12 beautiful women that have been dressed by one of the most talented female entrepreneurs in the country. And this is for Poca. So we're going to have a short little session of a fashion show. And I just want to remind you that the outfits that you will see this evening are actually being auctioned this evening. So a round of applause for the Popovka girls, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations! Dress number 1 sold at 12,500 kwacha. Alright, dress number 12 is sold, thank you very much. So the minimum for that dress is 650 kwacha. Bring another dress. That is his excuse, but now Chana, congratulations, that dress is yours. So we have 1,000 kwacha here. She says 1,700.
2,000.
He says 2,000 kwacha. The dress is gone. Thank you so much, ma'am.
But there's a higher offer here.
3,500.
3,500 for that jumpsuit. So it's
10,000.
10,000. This is sold. Thank you. Thank you very much. The professor says 800 kwacha. Going once.
2,000.
2,000 kwacha. Dr. Titalo says 2,000 kwacha for that dress. Dr. Titalo, the dress is yours. Congratulations. 1,000 kwacha. I think the dress is sold. Thank you very much.
800 kwacha.
The professor seems to be in love with this dress too.
She's in love with all the dresses.
She should buy all the dresses. She says 5. You give up. Aw.
She gives up, unfortunately.
The dress is sold to Professor Kandudulo. Thank you so much. At 4,000 kwacha.
1,000.
1,000 kwacha for that dress.
5,550.
5,550 kwacha. The dress is gone.
1,550 kwacha.
1,500 kwacha.
5,000.
He's given up. Girl power! Congratulations! If you look at the detail,
2,500.
the dress is sold. Congratulations, ma'am. 5,000 kwacha from Dr. Titalu. The dress is sold. Congratulations. Tonight you have the opportunity to share the dance floor with the president. And you know he's got some dance moves. A dance with the president of the Republic of Zambia, ladies and gentlemen. 50,000 kwacha, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. 55,000 kwacha to have a dance with the president. But we can make more. The honorable will be dancing with the president, ladies and gentlemen, for 120,000 kwacha.
University is that phase in life that they say will either make or break you. My bank account when I started uni and when I completed is still the same. The only thing that's changed is how I feel about it. Will I maintain some small change, go look for a job only to have further deductions in the form of tax, or will I be innovative? Chase that dream that I almost killed because university bullied me to develop other skills, and you wonder why others swallow pills to sleep in the college of dreams, but the strong survive through the power of will. Are you the Smith that wasn't jaded during the first lecture? The first tour the lecturer gave you into his or her mind to try and down you with the attitude of an educational pride, and I chose in that moment to carry a vision that accommodated being more than accomplished. I made prudence my accomplice, and wisdom seated me in a car where hard work became my chauffeur as I was purpose-driven. Doing the heavy lifting, I listened to my intuition, knowing school was only but a brief prison, and that to get out was to get that degree. Fahrenheit, I got it and lifted it in a fist high to prove the system wrong, that I was not only fit for that degree's position, but that I am now a qualified African, a valedictorian with a vision, and I see that Africa will be filled with not only entrepreneurs, but movers and shakers with a dream, smearing manure on them that say that you can't. Do an Obama and tell them, yes, I can. I had a dream that one day blessers won't exist to twist the minds of innocent university girls while their wives bust their feet off to make them happy. I had a dream that men won't be trash and actually be faithful to create a comfortable environment for their significant other because education taught them better and that their family raised them right. I promise. I wrote this with my left hand. My biggest question is what's next? Forced to go through routine so that my life is on repeat. You see, I understand broken dreams. You wanted to be a fashion designer, but you are a medical doctor. What's next? You wanted to be a rapper, a comedian, but you are a lawyer. What's next? You wanted to live pressure-free and have less stress, but you look in the mirror feeling like a mess because you're a graduate without a job. What's next? Let's be real for a second. I think that's a statement that's really negative. But is it true that you'd have done anything and everything that you desired if not for school? But you're the fish that was forced to climb the tree and drowned in the air. Now is it cool? I applaud you for surviving the process. My biggest encouragement is don't let your innovation die. Don't let your passion be tossed aside because you have a degree for a career that you may not even like. Don't settle for, at least it pays the bills, when you truly want a long paid vacation and not chasing cheap thrills. So allow me to instill a couple principles. Invest and save every little penny, it goes a long way. So even the day they ask you, so when are you getting married? You tell them, in fact, the lobola has already been paid. Timekeeping is the greatest first impression, eh? Always remember to be an hour early and never a minute late. Don't let school get in the way of your education. Continue to read widely and cultivate a nature of patience. When the critics speak against you, always ask them to catch you in the act of excellence. Be humble, because pride is the burden of a foolish person. Attract people to impact them. And if you're gonna do a job, do it right. It's okay to aim high and miss. It's a problem if you aim low and hit. And remember, multitasking is a myth. You can't serve all masters perfectly, but you will serve them all awfully. Hard work and pace never kills. Don't wound up the one that's overworked and taking constant pain pills. And finally, it's not about how long you live after you graduate. It's about how you live. It's never wrong to do the right thing. Ask yourself each night, how am I living? And no matter what answer you give yourself, remember that life is one heck of a twisted journey. And no matter what you do, keep standing. Thank you.
Our guest of honor, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa, the first Republican President, Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda, Your Excellencies and distinguished guests, fellow alumni and friends of the University of Zambia. I'm honored and much obliged to thank you all for your presence. And on behalf of the University of Zambia alumni, my special thanks go to His Excellency the President, Mr. Lungu, for gracing this occasion. We know, sir, you are busy, but we are honored for you to be here. And I should add that the University of Zambia has produced 3 presidents. President Manawasa, President Lungu, and President Managaba in Zimbabwe is from University of Zambia. I also express sincere gratitude to our first Republican President and the first Chancellor of the University of Zambia, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. May the Almighty God richly bless you, sir. The presence of all you distinguished guests and the outstanding alumni has given us a great encouragement that the work of the alumni relations and advancement of the University of Zambia will thrive to impact the transformation we aspire for. We thank all our friends of the University of Zambia for the endowment and pledge commitments you have made today. Your Excellency, allow me to announce on behalf of the University of Zambia that this is going to be an annual event. The 2018 Second Alumni Fundraising Gala will be held in December next year.
At this point, we will allow His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa, His Excellency, the first Republican President of Zambia, Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda, and the entire high table to depart. Thank you so much for being a part of this evening.
Don't you walk